Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Shannon Cake. Welcome to the Now South Florida. We have breaking news this afternoon. Right now, the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport is just beginning to reopen after a plane caught fire right there on the tarmac. It happened right before takeoff. Passengers had to evacuate by emergency chute. More than a half dozen of them were seriously injured during that. We have live team coverage for you this afternoon. First on the victims, then the investigation into what happened today, and also where these flights are being rerouted this afternoon. As you might imagine, it's quite a mess at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International right now. But we begin with Gabrielle Saran. She is live right there at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International with the very latest. Gabrielle?
Shannon, the south runway just opened here at the airport within the last 30 minutes. Now we're learning a total of 15 people were injured on the jetliner behind me. That includes one person who suffered serious burns. Now this is a situation that could have been much worse and resulted in far more injuries had the pilot not acted fast to get everyone off the plane. Take a look. This is a picture of flames shooting through the Dynamic Airways passenger jet as it was taxiing for takeoff to Caracas, Venezuela. The Federal Aviation Administration says initial reports show fuel was leaking from the aircraft before the fire started. Investigators say the left wing of the plane then caught fire just after 12:30 this afternoon. Within 2 minutes, firefighters rushed on scene and extinguished that fire. All passengers were quickly evacuated from emergency slides.
The passengers were taken off of the aircraft. The chutes were deployed. This is basically textbook. Everything happened the way it was supposed to happen at first appearance. The passengers were then loaded on a co-bus. They're taken to Terminal 4 to the Family Assistance Area.
Now we're working to determine exactly how many passengers were aboard the plane. The airport spokesman says a Boeing of that size holds about 200 passengers. For now, the FAA and the NTSB are investigating the cause of the fire. We're live in Fort Lauderdale. Gabrielle Saran for the Now South Florida.
Gabrielle, thank you. And just to reiterate once again, one of the runways there at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International has reopened, but once again, big delays expected throughout this afternoon and throughout the evening if you're headed through that airport. A lot of those flights that were headed to Fort Lauderdale had to be diverted, as you might imagine, to other area airports, Miami, and then, of course, Palm Beach International, which is right here in our viewing area. The Now's Katie Johnson continuing our live team coverage for us today. She is live at PBIA with how many flights were sent here to our area. Katie?
Shannon, we're right outside of the runway here at PBIA, and right now we know that at least 4 flights were diverted to our airport right here in West Palm Beach. 3 of the flights operated by JetBlue, the 4th flight operated by Allegiant Airlines. Staff at PBIA tell me 2 of the JetBlue flights were international, one from Colombia and one from Jamaica. Officials say passengers may sit on an international flight for 4 hours on the tarmac before the airline must make other arrangements. The 2 domestic flights came in from New York City and South Carolina. I'm told some on board of that flight from JFK in New York got off here in West Palm, the others staying on board the plane. Airport staff telling me the pilots are likely waiting to find out if they can finish their trip and fly to Fort Lauderdale. Now, from where we're standing right now, we can actually see 2 of those planes that were diverted here. There's no telling yet when or if they will be sent to Fort Lauderdale or if the passengers will have to get off here at PBIA and find other arrangements. And if you are flying out of Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport tonight, make sure you check with your airlines before heading to the airport and make sure that flight is on time. We're live from suburban West Palm Beach. Katie Johnson for the Now South Florida.
Thank you.